To get started, we're going to start with our oil. Please be very careful with the amount of oil that you put. So I'm recycling oil. I used this oil to cook some chicken the other day. So you're more than welcome to recycle your oil. And then when you're putting in the oil, just make sure you do not put in too much oil, right? This whole thing of chakalaka, you know, like it has so much oil, you know, enough oil to actually fry chicken in it. No, it's not okay, guys. It really is not okay. So as soon as your oil is then heated, then I'm going to go in with some onion, right? I'm going to go in. This is about 2 handfuls of onion, right? Or 1 medium-sized onion. So I'm going to go in with that, with the onion. After the onion, I'm just going to go in with just a handful of red bell peppers. I'm going to use some of the bell peppers later on as well. I'm also going to go in with some yellow bell peppers, also just a handful. And then I am going to mix this until it is translucent. So then once your onions are translucent, you can see, right? Basically what translucent means, guys, it's like your onions are like somewhat cooked, you know. Then I'm going to go in with some green chilies. I'm personally a fan of chilies. I like my chakalaka to be a bit on the hot side, so I'm going to go in with the chilies. If you don't like your chakalaka to be spicy, restrict the amount of chili you put in, or you can omit the chili in totality, right? So then just let that continue to cook for another minute or so, so that the chili can also cook together with the onion and pepper mixture before we put in the carrots. Since everything is now well combined and my onions are translucent, I am going to go in with a heaped tablespoon of Raja, right, mild and spicy curry powder. You are more than welcome to use whatever curry powder that you would like. And then you're going to mix all of this in and allow the curry powder to then cook. So you must let it go for like a minute, 2 minutes, you know, so that you can allow the curry powder to actually cook and release all its flavors. Because if you put in curry powder and then you don't allow it to actually cook, you have that like bitter taste from the curry powder, and because you haven't allowed the curry powder to actually, you know, release the flavors. Yeah, so just stir that around a bit and then just let that cook now for a minute. So I have been cooking my mix with the curry powder for the past 2 minutes now, and I wish you guys could smell this kitchen right now. It smells delicious. It smells amazing, right? So now that my curry powder is fine, I'm going to go in with my carrots, because obviously it's chakalaka and the main component of chakalaka is carrots. So these are 3 carrots. I have them grated, and I'm just going to now throw all these carrots in, right? And then I'm going to now mix the carrots in with the onion mix. So just make sure that you get everything to be well covered. The carrots must be covered, yeah, by the mix. So just take your time and make sure that you mix everything nicely, because you want every bit of the carrots to have, you know, the curry powder taste to it, I guess. My carrots are now mixed. I am going to go in with a few spices, right, just to elevate my chakalaka a bit. I'm going to go in with some paprika, about just a teaspoon of paprika. And then I'm the girl with regards to black pepper. I love black pepper with all my life, so I always include black pepper in my dishes. So I'm going to grind in some black pepper, a teaspoon worth of black pepper as well. And then I'm going to go in with some barbecue spice, a tablespoon of barbecue spice, and whatever barbecue spice you choose, it is up to you. Personally, for this recipe, I prefer 6 gun. Yeah, because it just has a depth of flavor. So personally, I prefer it. Then once your spices are in, then stir them in and make sure that everything is also well mixed. And then at this point, you can also lower the temperature of your stove because you don't want anything burning. And as you can see, guys, there's no oil. You know that oil that comes up to you when people are cooking chakalaka? Please don't do that. I beg, please don't do that. So yeah, we are not about to have some oily chakalaka, but we are going to have nice, flavorsome chakalaka with no oil. So yeah, just mix all of that. And then once everything is mixed, then you're just going to close your pot and then let your carrots cook, because that's the thing with chakalaka, you need to let your carrots cook. So yeah, check on it every 5 minutes just to stir and make sure that nothing is sticking to the bottom of the pot and nothing is burning. And closing the pot will actually will help create steam, and that is in essence what is going to cook the chakalaka, or what is going to cook the carrots rather. So it's been about 5 minutes and I'm back to check on my pot. Right, you can see it's cooking. But it's not producing enough steam and it wants to stick at the bottom of the pot. So guys, you are allowed to help your pot out. So I'm just going to pour in just a little bit of water. Just that much. Ne, but a third of a cup of water. Just to help it produce a bit more steam and the carrots, so that they cook, you know, a little bit faster and that nothing actually burns in the process. My carrots have been cooking now for the past 5 minutes, right? As you can see that they look a bit more cooked, kemanj. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to salt. I haven't salted anything as yet, so I'm just going to add some salt. And obviously salt is to taste. I am adding some herbal salt for myself. And then, remember I said we're going to add a bit more of the peppers. Then I'm just going to add just a little bit more peppers. Some yellow, some red. And if you have green, you can also add some green. You just want to play with colors. Guys, I love colorful food. And the reason why we add a second batch of peppers is because the first batch, it cooks down, so you end up not seeing the colors of the pepper as one would actually like. So yeah, then just mix that and then close your pot again and then let it cook for another extra 7 to 10 minutes. Then we should be ready for the next step. Our carrots have fully cooked. And I actually went out to go get some green pepper. As you can see, there's a bit of green now. Yeah, so then I'm going to take some baked beans, right? And I am going to throw in a can of baked beans. Once all the baked beans are in, this is baked beans in tomato sauce. I'm just going to put just a little bit of water into the can which held the baked beans, just so I can rinse it out. And I'm just going to throw that in there. Then mix all of this together. And you see my chakalaka is not stiff, you know, it's loose, man, you know. And then a secret ingredient for chakalaka, just to elevate its flavor, is adding in some sweet chili. So I'm going to go in with 2 dollops of sweet chili, about 2 tablespoons of sweet chili. You can also use chutney if you have chutney, and mix that in. Then allow that to cook for a minute, because baked beans are already cooked, and the carrot is also cooked. So you are just letting it cook for this extra minute so that the flavors can incorporate well with each other. So then now your chakalaka is done. Like, it's perfect. It tastes so good. I just tasted it. Look at the different colors on that, you know. And yeah, then it's ready to serve. So you must enjoy.